I've teamed up with the Mining Disrupt crew to help spread the word about one of the biggest crypto mining events of the year, Mining Disrupt 2026 in Miami, Florida on July 21st through July 23rd. Beginners, home crypto miners, mid-sized farm operators, full-scale operators, everyone comes together under one roof in Miami. Expect major hardware launches, industry-leading speakers, creator meetups, and amazing after parties every single night. Tickets are on sale right now and use the code HOBBYISTMINER for 20% off. Link in the video description or scan this QR code. See you in Miami in July. There we go. We got it. We could do this. I promise. It's our first time, but we got it. All right. What's going on, guys? Thank you very much for coming to hang out with me today. Let's do a quick mic check. I was having issues with my mic. That's why I started like 1 or 2 minutes early. So guys, please just give me a, hey, mic sounds good. It was DJs in chat. We were playing some video games last night, a little PUBG, and I just had to restart my Go XLR again, and it fixed everything. It was doing some weird echo thing. I don't know what's going on. DJ had mentioned last night when we were playing video games, like a 404 message. It's exactly what I was getting. So please confirm for me if you guys can, if the audio is sounding okay. I would appreciate it. Afternoon, Bud, mic works. Awesome. Sounds good. So we're going to get this out of the way. Are you ready? We got ourselves a Magic 8 Ball. This is because of you. Because of you. Is Bitcoin's price going to go down even more? Let's go ahead. I'm gonna break out my charts. I'm gonna read the charts, okay? I'm gonna predict it. I'm gonna look at the cycles, and it is certain. It is certain. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna shake it again. Is Bitcoin gonna go up in the next 10 years? Let's go ahead, shake it again here. Absolutely. All right, perfect. Sounds good. You guys don't need to look at charts. You don't need to look at prices. You don't need to follow these random ass streamers out there that are trying to say that we're going to hit a bull market, we're going to hit a bear market, and then pull out of their ass when it's going to be, how it's going to happen, how much it's going to be. Guys, just go buy one of these little Magic 8 Balls and you're done. You're good to go. You literally can go ahead and sell your knowledge in a... Go ahead and create a class. All right. Go ahead and create a class for me. Sell it for $1,000 and call it, I know exactly when Bitcoin's going to go up and down. And then just take a little Magic 8 Ball and go ahead, and it'll pop up on screen and it'll tell you exactly when it's going to happen. In the Magic 8 Ball, we trust. But in all reality, like we're just coming out of the gate here. We're just coming out of the gate strong and being entirely transparent. Is Bitcoin's price going to go down? Yes. Can anyone out there predict when it will be? No. Will Bitcoin's price go up again? Yes. Does anyone know when it's going to be? No. Anybody out there that's saying they've predicted this? It's like, man, it's predicting it's going to rain. Is it going to rain in the next year? Of course, if you're in Pennsylvania, absolutely. It's an easy win. It's like listening to the weatherman, right? When they're like, there's a chance of snow. Okay. But when it doesn't snow, Like, what happens when it does? It's just absolutely insane. So, anyways, that being said, Bitcoin's price is low. And I actually spent some time looking into some things right now, looking in like I don't know what I don't know. I'm just going to throw it out there. Is Bitcoin's price down because Bitcoin is crashing and there's some big Bitcoin sell-off? No. If you guys actually look at it, look at some precious metals out there like gold and silver. They're both down within the last week. When you look at Bitcoin, is it down more than others? Yes. But you have to remember, Bitcoin is significantly more liquid than gold and silver. Gold and silver are kind of like the closest things we have possible to Bitcoin. Am I right? It's not physical, but it's as close as we can get. You know, we always hear when we're talking about taxes or when we're talking about investing that like gold is kind of like the closest thing we can get to Bitcoin. And when we look at it, those are down as well. Are they, so it's like, okay, well, is this a gold bear market, bull market? No one's talking like that. And so it's wild to me if you look at the price of oil or the price of like a barrel of oil, if you look at stock markets, if you look at gold, you look at silver, and then you look at Bitcoin, they're all down. This isn't a Bitcoin only crash. This is a markets across the world type of situation. We just had foreign markets have a crash and dump the other day. Like, relax, grab a cigarette, grab a beer, and chill the F out. Like, let's be honest. Let's just entirely be honest with you of like, this is the moment that you've all been asking for. Everybody wants to buy Bitcoin when it dips. Well, put on your big girl panties because guess what? Bitcoin has dipped. We're back down to 59. Now, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's here. It's happening right now. We are at 59,000. And if you're like, I have no money to buy Bitcoin, you're doing this entirely wrong. It could be $20. You should have been saving, even in a small method, over the last 2 years. I did it. And then when Bitcoin hit 59 not too long ago, what did I recommend? What did I say? Buy. I'm not going to tell you to buy it over 100 or buy it 120. Dude, it's 59,000. Buy now. And honestly, it's a great opportunity to do it. This is why when we've talked a ton about when we look at like how I'm taking my mining payouts, we got mining payouts in USDC, right? Most of my payouts are in USDC. I have a very small amount in Bitcoin. And then wait, what? We have another USDC wallet in there that's getting smaller payouts that go towards my kind of slush fund. That's my slush fund that I'm spending money on buying crypto. Oh, like today at 59,000 or oh, I want to buy another miner to expand my mining farm. Right there. Like those are great opportunities to go ahead and do this. So anybody out there that is like, I've been in crypto for 5 years, or some of you 10, and you're like, I have no money to buy during the dip. You're doing this entirely wrong. I want you to pump the brakes. I want you to pause and I want you to look at your strategy because it's absolutely wrong. All right. We got it. All right, guys. Well, welcome. Thank you guys very much for coming to hang out with me today. We are live here on YouTube. I am going to have a guest here in a few minutes, Mr. Tech Hustler, and eager to get some of his perspective on some of these things because he has very much kind of dropped a lot of altcoins. He just kind of sold everything off a while back and just doubled down on Bitcoin. He was tired of getting burned from a variety of these different projects and things like that. So yeah, we're going to chat with him here. We're going to answer questions. We're going to have a good time. A quick kind of housekeeping item. I will not be live on Tuesday, which when we traditionally do our lucky mining, we kick that off. We also do a giveaway. That will not be Tuesday. I'm going to be traveling with the family. I'm going to be down at the beach again. And I'll be working from there, but I won't be live from there. And then Thursday of next week, we'll be live. And we'll be right here and we'll be back at it again. So maybe we'll bump that to then. So if you guys are like, oh, I want to get in on that giveaway, stop back then, which will be awesome. DJ comes in. If Michael Saylor gets margin called, I'm loading the boat. You know what? It's interesting because we've seen a lot of challenges with shorts recently. And I that is not a game that I play. That is not a game that I play in any way, shape, or form. It's all in on my YouTube videos in description. My new account is not in the old. Oh, you're talking to. Got it. Got it. Got it. Cool. Anyways, guys, thanks for a lot of members for coming to hang out here today. Ranch Hands here. Thank you very much for your support. Bauer is here. Thank you guys for coming to hang out with me today. We do have Casey is here. David Hall is here. Thank you guys as members for coming to hang out. If you guys saw, we posted in the where's Waldo? Where's Waldo's always here. I love it. I did post in the members Discord channel. If you are a member, you guys get access to that. And I did post in there and of tomorrow's video, which I'm looking forward to kind of showing off to you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a mining farm tour. So grab a beer, grab a little popcorn, and enjoy that, which will be a lot of fun, which is really, really cool. All right, so we're going to bring in Mr. Tech Hustler here in just a minute. I'll bring him up to our stage here. And we'll hang out and shoot the shit till probably about 2 o'clock. So about an hour and 15 minutes. And then we'll be done with the live stream, which will be great, which will be a lot of fun. All right, let me go ahead. I'm going to add you up here. You done checking you done checking here? Let's go ahead and look. Let's go ahead and check that pretty face. We're going to add in this guy right now. Let's see. Well, hello there. We have Dr. Tech Hustler here.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on? You caught me. I was in the middle of something.
You look so fancy. I'm not gonna lie.
I was doing an experiment on myself.
Okay.
But
okay.
I'll have to finish later.
That is awesome. Awesome. Well, good afternoon. How's things going for you today?
Busy, busy, busy. You know how it is, man. Making lists.
Yep.
Coming up with ideas.
The ultimate list generator right here, folks. You know,
sell.
Oh, there you go. Must be selling things around the house.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
everything is for sale right now. Everything is for sale.
Yeah, that's really funny. The pirate says in chat, how much is the copay for a medical consult? I like that. I like that.
$25.99.
$25.99. I like it. Under the table, cash only, you know.
Yeah.
Not non-sanitary, which is cool. Well, awesome. Well, thanks for coming to hang out with me today. I think you've been on one live stream previously before on my channel.
Long time ago.
Which is cool.
I've had nothing to offer since then. So I understand.
I like the role play. David Hall says a little role playing with the wife. There you go. I like it. What is under that lab coat? But anyways, jumping into it a little bit, you know, I kind of went off on a little tangent here at the top of this, and just kind of, you know, pushing to people of the fact of you don't know what you don't know. And anybody out there that's trying to sit here and tell you they know why and when Bitcoin's price is going up and when it's going down. I pulled out my Magic 8 Ball. I actually bought this. It was like $11 off Amazon because on my live stream, I'm constantly like doing a fake Magic 8 Ball to talk about these things. And so I was like, I need to get a prop. I absolutely need a prop. But what's your take on individuals I wouldn't say directly in our industry within mining, but just within crypto that sit around reading charts, trying to tell their audience, hey, this is when Bitcoin's going up and this is when it's going down.
Bro, completely useless. Don't waste your time watching people on charts. This is why it's going down. This is when it's going to go back up. I mean, it's going to pay off just to be patient. No one knows. I think I know. But yeah, no one knows. It's I hate to see it. You see it all the time. You know, I've been around for several cycles. And when things get a little bearish, when Bitcoin starts going down, everyone's an expert. Everyone's an expert. This is what's happening. This is in the news. This is why people are selling. Personally, after so many cycles, I stopped paying attention. And I'm not going to get into any more because it's going to be an hour and so we can on.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, I think it's definitely one of those cases, of that, and it is it's tough because like let's say in my role, I do a lot of content on like new hardware coming out and things
Mhm.
like that. And as you have seen, and you've been burned, I've been burned before, where like you go and buy this new piece of hardware, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like Amazon. Very unlikely to have something at your doorstep in like 3 days, right?
Mhm.
So you're looking at a miner. Oh, it's this profitable. You go ahead and buy it, and you're like, I'm going to run it. It's going to make X per day, which is awesome. And then the market tanks in some way, and now it's making significantly less. And it's tough because, in a YouTuber, a content creator's position, that content. Sometimes I record my content if I'm lucky, like a week ahead of time, right?
Yeah.
If I'm actually like ahead, and so like things can change very drastically, in the regard of the fact of like hardwares. These are money printers, and those money printers, the value of that token can change quickly.
Yeah.
And it's I have found a lot of people, and you come to mind very much so, where you're like, I'm done with altcoins, I'm done with DEPIN projects. Like you've just invested so many times into them, and it always never ends up coming to fruition. Or the project tanks,
Yeah.
or the DeepIn project goes under. Tell my audience a little bit about that. Because how long ago was that where you were like, I'm done, I'm out of everything but Bitcoin?
Actually, I think the timing was pretty good. I believe it was last winter, um, probably December-ish, maybe right
Okay.
after all the all-time highs. And what I started, like you said, we've been getting burnt,
Yeah.
time after time. But I started seeing the signs. I
Mhm.
seen the altcoins pump, um, with what was it, pumped up fun or something like
Oh
that.
yeah.
So, Bitcoin pumped, the
The meme
altcoins
coins.
pumped, DPIN started pumping, and then it seemed like every other week there was a new miner coming out, whether it was
Mhm.
DPIN or an altcoin. And I just started thinking about that phrase. What is it? The people that get rich in the gold rush are the ones selling the axes,
Sure.
the pickaxes, the shovels, and stuff like that. So it started looking like there was a lot of money grabs going on,
Mhm.
and I said, I think we're headed back to a bear market,
Okay.
And then everyone, just like now, everyone, Bitcoin's going to 250,000, it's going to 500,000, it's going to 750, Bitcoin's going to $1 million. And we're
Yeah.
talking Trump's, Sailor, Kathy Wood,
Sure. Sure.
and it's always BS. It's always BS. No
Well, there's
one
no guarantee
freaking
on the
knows.
time though, because when you look at
Yeah.
those predictions that they make,
Yeah.
they're smart. Bitcoin's going to $1 million. Done. They didn't say when, right? They
In
didn't say
20 years.
when. Oh, you are so smart. I want to listen to you. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it drives me nuts. Yeah, you're absolutely right on the altcoin side. I was actually just scrolling when you were talking about altcoins, and the black sheep out there that I think everybody can agree on, is Ethereum out there. Like Ethereum is kind of, it nobody wants to touch it, at least that I know, because it's like
I've
it
been
went to
holding
proof of stake.
Ethereum for like
It
10 years.
Do you
10
still hold it?
years. I sold a little bag last
Okay.
December with everything
Okay.
else. But yeah,
Don't
I'm
sell
still
any today,
holding.
is all I'm saying. Don't
It's my
sell.
second biggest bag. Second biggest bag.
Wow.
But
Okay. Okay.
I've been this patient,
Mhm.
I can hold for another 10 years, man, to be honest with you.
Now, the reason I bring that up, for those of you guys not familiar, Ethereum is down hard, like 35% in the
Yeah.
last year. And very curious, because I know you weren't a massive GPU miner, but like, how did you accumulate so much Ethereum? Was it just a buy, or was it?
Well, I believe I don't know the dates. I don't know the dates. It might have been 2015,
Okay.
2016. I loaded up on a lot of Ethereum around $20 a piece.
So you bought it. You
Yeah,
bought you bought it. Okay.
I was
Okay.
buying Ethereum. I was buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin,
Wow.
and just sat on it. Sat on
The
it.
OGs.
A bull run or two ago, I liquidated some Litecoin, a
Mm.
little bit of Ethereum, but not enough. Not enough.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's the second biggest crypto, and I don't think that will ever change. But at the end of the day, I just wish I would have put it all in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
third biggest bag is XRP, and that's another
Mm.
sketchy one.
Well, I think it's when you look at Ethereum too, like not too long ago, it was up over 4,000. That was a great opportunity to sell.
Yeah.
Like, and I always tell people too, like many times on this channel of like, don't sell your entire bag, regardless of the
Yeah.
situation. I always tell people sell a portion.
Yeah.
And I think that's important because like when it's over 4,000, great, you sell a portion, you take your profits, you can roll it into Bitcoin
Mhm.
if you want. And then you still have some available for the next pump. You know, let's say
Mhm.
the next pump's 8,000 or the next pump's 6,000, whatever, you know, you at least have an opportunity. So I find that very interesting. It's so funny to hear that like you're into Ethereum because most people that I know that are into Ethereum.
I'm just stuck. I'm stuck in
Yeah.
Ethereum. But I did, last December-ish take a little bit of
Okay.
profits out. So
Okay. That's great. That's very, very
and
cool.
I'm
Yeah.
up. At the end of the day, I'm up very good. So, but
Oh,
I just
especially if you got in at
yeah,
$20. I mean, I think
I
that's
just want to be
absolutely
up a little
awesome.
bit more. I had my just like everyone else, 10,000 Ethereum incoming, and I was waiting and it never happened.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. I
But
get
back to
you.
where I
I
was
get
earlier, yeah, in during the winter, I sold a lot of the altcoins, well, DEPIN altcoins, a lot of the other stuff that I mined. I sold a little bit of Bitcoin, I sold a little bit of Ethereum, I sold a little bit of XRP, and then started selling all my miners. Started
Okay.
selling all my miners except for a couple solo miners
Oh,
and a
nice.
few DEPIN miners. Weather
Mm.
XM, because I like tracking the weather, and
Okay.
GeoNet, which I have said forever. GeoNet, that's one that I really
Mhm.
believe in. And, I think it's going to stand the test of time. The tech is just amazing. So,
Yeah. Um, I unfortunately for me, I'm gonna bring up GeoNet's chart here in a minute because I want to look at it. But
oh, it's been
yeah,
pumping.
WeatherXM has been tough though because it hasn't had any big like it hasn't really done anything. It's
Yeah.
just been consistent. So I
Yeah.
guess that is one where with WeatherXM out there, you get in. It is consistent, but it's very
Hmm.
minimal. So it's
Yeah.
like, hey, like you had said, it's a great example. I like to track the weather. It's great to be able to use it.
Yeah.
We have one at my parents' vacation home in South Jersey,
Hmm.
and we have it outside, and then we have the little like screen stand
Yeah.
inside in the kitchen, and so we check it for like humidity and weather, and that's a perfect like it's just a weather station, and then it earns some crypto. Now,
Yeah,
would
and
it
it's
be
also
awesome?
part of a little network, and it's
Yeah,
cool. But
yeah,
look, don't go out and buy it. Don't go out and
yeah.
buy it because the ROIs. I don't even know. I don't even know how much I'm making from it, but
Yeah.
ROI is probably like 1,000 days.
Oh, yeah, it's yeah, it is not
But if you're
I
tracking
absolutely
weather and you're into crypto,
yep,
then But
yeah, I agree with you. I think that's definitely the way to go with WeatherXM. I think GeoNet is in a different category,
mhm.
of where I'm seeing it. And GeoNet, there's two people that really come to mind for me that's really turned me on to GeoNet and continue to educate me, continue to just keep me interested. The first one was actually DJ Mines or
Mhm.
DJ Poca Center in chat. He had
Yeah,
brought it up a few years ago, and that was when he had it at his old house on a little stand on a toilet and like out on his deck, and he had like a toilet and a piece of wood like holding it
yeah,
upright.
I remember that.
And he was in it before I was, but that's where I actually went ahead and saw GeoNet and got interested in GeoNet that way. And he was doing very well very early on. And I had ended up picking up one and got it in. And a typical content creator, it sits for a while before
Oh,
I end up
yeah,
installing it.
yeah,
And literally, when I bought it, there was nobody in my hex. I bought it, and then all of a sudden, it sat, and I looked when I literally went to go do the install is when I literally found out, and I'm like putting it up and doing everything, and it notifies you that like you're not the only one in your hex, and
oh,
it's like crushes me. And what
yeah,
frustrates me about that project, and I'd love to like drop in their Discord or chat with their devs about this. Maybe I'll talk with Andy to get connected. Is why is it, and maybe somebody in chat knows, why is it that the NFT which the NFT guys gives you additional rewards. The NFT you don't have to buy, you get it if you're the first GeoNet in your hex. why does it go to the first person in the hex and not the highest roll rate, the highest performing device? Because they're incentivizing you to get your unit up and running, but it could run like crap. Well, it's just like crap. I think it has to be above 90, or maybe it's 90 some percent. They get the additional rewards versus somebody who's got a really good, like mine is like up there. Good bandwidth, good connection, and I don't get rewarded. Like I should be rewarded more than that person should, because you want to look at network
Bro, you had
quality.
every opportunity to
I know.
You had yours way before this guy, so
it was because I also had to rent a lift.
Bro.
I had to rent a lift. My stupid idea of, like, I took to heart of like putting my DEPIN miners as high as possible, right?
Yeah.
So like I took it to heart. I ran a lift. I put it 40 feet up in the air. Totally, like, with Helium Mobile, it was a good move. It worked out well. But now it sucks because, like, whether XM, if I got to go up and deal something with it, or it's messed up, I got to go up there. If it's GeoNet, I got to go up there. And so, it's painful.
Yeah. You got to buy a boom, bro.
Yeah. You gotta buy one of those, put it on the side of the house.
Yeah,
you know?
like 30 grand.
No problem.
Dude. 30 grand.
No, you know what? When I'm making tech hustler money, I'll jump right on it. But the other person with GeoNet, which has kept me in the loop on it, because there's just too many projects, too many things going on, is your friend Andy. He's constantly keeping an ear to the ground. And one of the things he has really taught me looking at DEPIN projects is, what is their revenue? What is that project's revenue? And when it's nothing or zero or barely anything, it's a red flag to know, like, hey, they're just operating a crypto project with a device and selling devices. Versus if there's massive in the millions revenue like GeoNet has, it's like, oh, you're selling a product, you're actively chasing down customers. There is something here. And I think that's why GeoNet continues to do as well as this. I mean, there is almost no other DEPIN projects that are positive in 2026. At all.
And GeoNet continues, like you said, to stay active, to continue building, to try new things, even though they might not be the greatest. But it's nice to see them working hard behind the scenes. Compared to a lot of other DEPIN projects out there.
What you had mentioned XRP, and I know XRP is like the black swan because it's just like, hey, it's not proof of work, but we also love Solana here too. So like we can't entirely like throw it. But for you, you don't have to love the project. You don't have to believe in the project at all. It could just be an investment perspective. But when did you get into XRP and why?
I got into XRP like 3 days before they got sued, something like that.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, my. It was gut wrenching because I put in, quite a bit of money in it. And I got into it just because I believe the hype that it's going to be like the banker's coin. Whenever this is funny. Whenever I would talk to like used car salesmen or real estate people, they're all like, we're buying XRP and we're getting in early on the stock and all this other stuff. So I bought into the hype, man. And, but to be honest with you, I think if banks and stuff, I just feel like they would come out with their own blockchain. Like there's going to be private blockchains that could be just a copy of XRP. And they're going to do their own thing, So
I think that's what I saw actually with XRP when they were starting to talk with banks and utilizing it. It was private blockchains that were like, I don't know if I want to say it's a fork, but a copy of XRP that was like under it. I don't know the details. I don't remember all of it. It was a while back, but like they were not transacting on XRP because that's where I was excited about. I was like, oh, banks would truly be on XRP. The amount of transactions that would be occurring, that would be absolutely insane. I was like, that's perfect. And it was like, wait, hold the phone. No. It's a private blockchain. It was XL something. I don't recall exactly. Somebody could Google it or somebody in chat might know.
XLM? There's the other one. That's like XRP 0.2 XLM.
But it was private. So like only banks, banks could be on it. It was really confusing. To be honest,
that's what I'm worried about is just the banks doing their own thing and not running on XRP. A lot of hype, lot of propaganda in the crypto industry. I mean, I've held, Cardano, like anything that was
Mhm.
popular, I had a big bag of it, and more than likely sold at a loss. So
Yeah. Question in chat from Ranchan. Did you get or have any of those evergreen chia miners at all? And if you
I
did,
did.
what did you do? What did you do with yours?
Funny story with the evergreen chia miners. Ran them forever, and one day
Mhm.
my chia just disappeared.
Oh my word. Okay.
So they're actually just sitting over here. I
Display
think I
piece.
broke a couple. I think we smashed a few with the sledgehammer.
Oh my
But
word.
yeah, I have a box of the evergreen miner chia miners, as well as some other chia miners sitting here with
Crazy.
I think I have like 10 chia. Cool
Yep. Def-
concept, but
Yep.
it seemed like it turned into a money grab quick.
Yeah. Sell the hardware.
Especially,
Yeah.
in special editions and stuff like that,
Mhm.
it got out of hand. But
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of people that got into Chia early on that were doing the hardware that had literally server farms in their basement, and like doing
honestly,
plotting.
by the time Evergreen came out,
It
Chia
was
was
done.
already dead. It was already
Yeah.
dead, man. And
Yep.
it got a little boost, but yeah, sucks.
I pulled the hard drives out and pulled out the Raspberry Pis and just threw them in there's my stock, I call it, in my closet, and then
Yeah.
just trashed the rest of it, what was left. Kind of cannibalized it in that regard. Yeah, that's just kind of where I ended up
Well,
with mine,
yeah.
but
Well,
good part there.
as you know, I have a warehouse full of stuff. I'm selling everything, and that's like I got a box of old crypto stuff to where
Okay.
I can break the Raspberry Pis or the
Yep.
CPUs and stuff like that. So that's at like the very end of the list. I've got probably 30 helium miners as well that I just
Wow. Okay.
don't know what to do with, but
Nice. Heck
that's how
yeah.
it
I
goes.
still got my original Helium IoT miners up and
Up and
running.
running.
They
Yeah.
are consistent. I never have to touch them. I never have to mess with them.
Yeah.
I have one here that I started, several years ago. I was actually thanks to DJ Mines as well. Him and I were trying to get in on the MNTD gold spot. Now, this was
Uh-huh.
after like all
Yeah.
the massive
Yep.
rush and challenges. It was a little bit after that. Still a lot of hype, but
Mhm.
this was when like MNTD gold spots were coming out and you could readily get them, but it was like the lottery system. So like you had to
Yeah.
go on their site. You could only get two. DJ got in. I didn't. He got two. He sold me one. And that's been up in my attic running ever since with an 8 dB antenna I put outside on that 40
Mhm.
foot area. And then in that same vacation home that my parents have with the Weather XM, I have another what is that
IoT.
one? It's another Helium IoT there. It's not Bobcat. I'm drawing a name. It's not MMTD. I can't remember what it is, but I have one there
Nebra.
with an.
They had
What's that?
Nebra. Nebra?
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's not one of those. I don't remember what it is. It'll come to me like in an hour. But I have an 8 dB antenna in the attic there, so like
yeah.
it's not outside. It's in the attic.
Yeah, I used to have all my
And
antennas in the attic.
yeah, and it's doing great. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not like insanely profitable, but it costs nothing to run. And at the
yeah.
end of the day, it got paid out in helium, and I just converted over to Solana. So it's like a
Um,
win-win, you know?
Dude, IoT is a great product, man. I think it just went the route of monetize. Like everyone was worried about the monetization because it was very
Hmm.
profitable, and then Helium did 5G, but we could have got so much more out of IoT if they would have just promoted more of this, made it easier to use,
Hmm.
It's just such an easy way to a device to put sensors
Yeah.
on to do anything. The only
Yep.
problem is to set up a sensor, you got to like learn how to code. So it's a pain
Yeah.
in the butt.
Yeah. I think they had a little bit of an identity issue
Yeah,
over the years. They've changed identity and changed direction.
definitely. Yeah, they've definitely had some identity issues. Yeah, I don't
Yep.
currently have any running here, but I have a partner in Florida that has a big tower, and we've got some still have some 5G,
Oh,
Wi-Fi,
nice.
IoT. I maybe he's still paying me. I don't know. He used to pay me once a month, but who knows, man? It's been years since I've even looked. But
Yeah. Cooking Mailman about WXM. Yes, you can access it. There's a phone app. So you can do everything from the phone app and it connects to it. It's not directly like at home. You connect to it, you can go on and access it that way, which is really, really nice. What's up, Jason? Rody, he actually won the we did for the Flu Miner T3 hash rate giveaway. Picked a winner yesterday. He actually won that. Or not that. No. He won not that. What did he win? He won, oh, it was a Nerd QX from Helium Deploy. That's what
Oh,
he won.
congratulations.
Congrats. I pulled both of those winners yesterday, so he was
Yeah.
one of those, which is cool. Which is absolutely awesome. So for Tech Hustler, what projects do you have coming down the pipeline? What do you got on your horizon? What's kind of in your crosshairs?
Well, I'm sort of just chilling, to be honest with you, and I'm looking at I'm just looking at new and efficient miners. I'm waiting to see what comes out. I'm waiting for the prices to come down even more. I just got a T3N, so T3 in, so I'm looking to have that for the winter time to warm the house and stuff like that. I'm going to be looking at some Dogecoin, some script miners, and hosting.
Okay.
But I'll be honest with you, man. I think we're just in a bear market. No one knows nothing. No one knows nothing.
Yeah.
But I do know history repeats in a lot of ways, man. And
yeah,
you know, everyone was calling for the super cycle. If the ETF, I mean, I think the only thing we had different this cycle was the ETFs, and
sure.
they didn't take off like everyone thought they would. They did great, but really didn't affect the price of Bitcoin. So I think we're in a bear market for a couple years. And I'm just sort of chilling, looking at the new miners coming in. I've decided that it's not efficient for me to home mine at a large scale.
Yeah.
So I'm looking into hosting and trying to find the cheapest electrical rate as possible. But yeah, man, just waiting it out to 2029, and maybe this time I'll actually like sell a little bit more and be happy in life.
What is your electric rate there?
Mine is 14 cents. 14 cents a kilowatt hour. And the cheapest I can get around here is going to be about 10 cents. So it doesn't make sense, you know. Literally.
Yeah, no, I get it. I was actually chatting with someone this morning about my electric rate here. It's about 17 cents here, and it's pain. I mean, it's a combination. I have the supplier and distributor here. Distributor is right around 4 to 5 cents, and then your supplier is significantly more. It's a terrible system for the consumer side, and
it's only going to go up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And so, that being said, for me, like I have, I think my last electric bill was around 650, and I have I had solo miners here. I had 8 AI rigs here. I ended up selling 7 of them and parting them out. Did very well with it. Worked out awesome, especially with the 3090s. I mean, my best price for my 3090 that I sold it for was 1350, and I bought it for 500 to 600 within the last year.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. So that's been really, really cool, an opportunity. And so I sold all of that off, which was great. And that gave me the cash to purchase another 5090. So that's been a win-win with like NVMe's, with memory, all that stuff. So that's been really, really nice. But outside of it now here at home, I got a few DEPIN miners. I have a few solo miners that are running here. I did sell a bunch of my solo miners, my older stuff. I'm getting new stuff in. I have my 8-card 5090 rig here. I'm not looking to run anything else at this point. Like my Caden Avalon Q is packed away.
I know what you want to run. I know what you want to run. The cell hasher.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got my cell hasher in. I'm excited to, start experimenting with that, But there's just not a lot you can run, passively. It's either AI or bandwidth selling apps. And even with the bandwidth selling, you're limited at that. Even with the AI right now, you're limited just to Accurist. But
it'd be nice to have some other options. I'd love to see like Vast onboard mobile. That would be awesome. I mean, I feel like they have a lot of the like structure and foundation in place. It would be really convenient. Accurist has been nice because of the core app, which just overtakes the entire phone, like the entire operating system. That's awesome. You can't It's super easy to set up. It keeps running all the time. You don't have to mess with it. But yeah, you're right. Yeah. That is one where like I feel like the phone mining stuff is perfect for those people that have high electric rate, don't have a lot of capital to spend, want to tinker, and they're not chasing this massive profitability.
Yeah.
Bubble, they're just like, hey, this is a lot of fun, and I'm earning some cool crypto, and I'm going to keep building it out. It is not a like I'm going to make buku bucks. Like
No.
that is not the case at
No,
all.
no, no, no. I mean, you could also, I mean, if a coin comes out, if a coin gets hot, there is a little bit of spec mining you can do with these ARM CPUs in your phone. So there are a couple coins you can mine.
Sure.
Varus isn't as profitable as it used to be, but you never know. It could pump again. And there are a few other phone mineable coins. But from what I understand, the ARM CPU in the phone is perfect for AI. So I imagine more and more. There's an Earn app. It's a bandwidth sharing app, and they're actually going to start integrating AI and pay you out in gift cards and PayPal, I believe. So
yeah, it'd be very interesting to see like how far you can take it from the phone side of things. That's really where I'm eager for to see like what happens. I mean, the Accuras is like it's not like Salad where like Salad's getting these customers off and on. Accuras seems to be like consistent, but like it's nothing wild. Like it's not absolutely insane. So it could go absolutely either way.
I heard it works well on older phones too. So that might be an incentive for some people. Yeah, I've got like a stack of old phones I've been collecting just to see, what will work, what won't. So
I picked up I was telling Tech Hustler about it, but I picked up 2 additional cell hashers from a community member and 40 phones. So by the time I get it all set up, it'll be about 60 phones total, which is awesome. I'm hyped for it. It actually is I'm going to be working on that next week. I haven't even opened the box yet from this guy. So I am hoping like everything works out. I am going to run full Accurast on all 60 phones. It is just, I don't have time to mess around with like swapping algorithm. No, individuals that aren't content creators that want to spend an hour each night messing with it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to getting it up and running because it just works. Like it just works. You don't have to mess with it. It's so consistent. Is it going to make me buku bucks? Probably not, but we're just going to set it, forget it, and let it run.
Yeah. Something to tinker with, something cool. And you never know. I had a thought about that. I thought I had a note.
I saw you jotting something down. I was like, oh, he's got something.
I had something else I wanted to say. Oh, yeah, about the apps. With apps, there's a lot of apps out there, but they're mostly non-passive apps. And I do have a few friends that make $800 to $1,000 a month simply from running apps. But, they're spending like 4 or 5 hours a day, like clicking buttons, staring at screens, clicking buttons. So,
well, they do have,
there's a way, but
Luke from Cell Hasher was telling me there are a lot of these like click farms that you can build with the Cell Hashers outright, and so you just set it up, and it's just like watches the ads or these click opportunities in these video games. Like they find, and especially now with like the Claude or Chat GPT, there's all these methods that you could code these scripts to just like have them run. So I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, I don't know what I don't know about them. I haven't looked into it.
It's illegal. It's illegal.
A lot of these people do it. A lot of these people do it, and they don't tell anybody about it. They don't share it. They just like, hey, I came up with this, which I think is awesome. Like, absolutely, like finding different ways to make money. And a lot of these people just take it and roll it into Bitcoin anyway, right? It's like, cool, I made it, and have kind of rolled it into Bitcoin. But on that note, for you, when was your last Bitcoin buy?
Probably 2 months ago, in the 70s. I was just buying weekly, put in a couple stacks, and it's still going down, but I just sort of don't have any extra money right now to buy anymore. So, I bought a little, so I'm just chilling.
I like it. Yeah,
You
I mean,
know,
especially if you're not mining, you don't have additional like income coming in. You know, I
yeah,
was talking about that at the top of this, where like, hey, if you're mining, take a portion of that and put that aside
yeah,
in a slush fund to spend when things pop. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like when an opportunity like today occurs.
Yeah, I've just, I had my initial big buy a long time ago, and ever since then, I've mined off and on, grew the stack.
Yep.
I buy at times like this when things go low, or when we hit the bottom of the bear market. That's sort of just when I buy, and then I chill. Even though I don't know the bottom of the bear market, but yeah, when it goes low, I've learned to laugh instead of cry and
Hmm.
buy.
Yeah.
You know?
Retro Mike in chat says it's only illegal if you get caught.
Yeah,
Speaking to
yeah.
our click farm setup. Yeah, I mean, I think it's
Well, and
great. I'd be
they get
curious.
caught. They get caught, you
Yeah.
get banned from the app, and, whatever else type of
Yeah,
repercussions you get from
Pokemon. He says phone farms are a Pokemon botter's dream. Please tell me. I'd love to learn more. That would be very interesting to be able to take like Cell Hasher and combine it with some type of Pokemon item because there's so much interested about. Is that like within the
Mm.
Pokemon games? I know there's a bunch of Pokemon games out there. Or
I
is
just know
there
the
like
Pokemon Go where you're basically mapping. What if you could take the
oh
cell hasher, plug it into a battery, have it on
drive
have
around
it
with it?
on, data, or have it on your hotspot, and then, yeah, like,
Yep.
run around collecting all these Pokemon with this humongous cell hasher.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know, but that's interesting. I'm very curious on that Retro Mike now because I think there's like so much interest in Pokemon. I'll be
Yeah.
curious to find out about that. But yeah, so I'll be excited to get those 60 phones up and running here shortly. Something I can run at home, not using a ton, which will be really, really nice. I'll be curious with you with your cell hasher setup with how much fun you have of like removing batteries and connecting, some of these ribbon cables.
Yeah.
I'll
It's
be
gonna be
curious
a
to see how
slow
that goes for you.
process. It's gonna be a slow setup. I'm gonna record every step of the way and make a ton of shorts because people love to
Got you.
watch those shorts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna talk to a few of my subscribers that are into apps and just see what they think, pick their brain a little bit
Mm,
about stuff to run as well. Maybe even ask the subscribers what should
yeah.
I run,
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun. Um, I'm just hoping it's easy to use, I don't want to
It
be
never is. It
tinkering.
never is. It never is. Retro Mike says buying Pokemon cards. So it sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like that they are using these cell phones as like purchasing bots.
Mm,
Being so because like when I know there's a lot of these they kind of scrape sites to find out like when these Pokemon cards drop and
yeah.
then they buy them up. And they using these as almost purchasing bots is what it sounds like. He says Pokemon is smart. They print cards and let the peasants go crazy over them. Yep, that's
Dude,
I get it. I get it.
everyone tells me to get into Pokemon. They're like, "Dude, you can
Mm.
make so much money," and I'm just like, "What? Waiting for Target to open and buying cards and then sending them to PSA?" I was like, "I don't know."
Yep.
The
There
Pokemon
is
wave went right over my head. I was too old. I was Power Rangers.
there you
I was
go.
even
I
I was a
think
little old for Power Rangers, to be honest with you, but
you were too old for Power Rangers, and I
Ninja
was a little
Turtles.
older.
Ninja
A little
Turtles.
older for Pokemon. I know they're like I'm trying to think. Like I was into Pogs. I had Pogs and
Yeah,
Slammers.
yeah,
I did not have any Pokemon cards then. My brother did, and he's
yeah.
3 years younger than I am. So like
I
he
had
was
baseball
into
cards.
Pokemon and Power Rangers. Yeah, I had baseball cards too. Same
Yeah.
thing. Had those. We had a trading card place nearby. I'd ride my bike to. That was really Pokemon. I think I was just a little bit older at that time, like when it first came out. Now jumping ahead, I give kudos. There's a few people from crypto that moved into Pokemon and are very successful with it. There's actually another creator that I know that set everything up to go ahead and start a channel and then never pulled the trigger. They dropped
Mhm.
out of crypto. They were going to do a whole YouTube channel. They actually partnered with a card store nearby to
Yeah,
like come in and vlog it, like coming in, buying it, like
yeah.
getting it
Ripping
home, like
packs.
because people love that stuff. People
Yeah.
love to follow along. And yeah, it was really cool concept. And
Crypto
they
guy?
decided crypto guy and decided never to pull the trigger. They decided, hey, I'm good. I'm
It's
not going to
hard.
do it. I'm going a different direction
Yeah.
entirely. And it seems to do well. It seems to do well. So
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of interest there. Luke
Yeah.
says my stepdaughter goes wild over the cards. I've always loved the game. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I feel like if I was in that world, I would be buying, selling, and then taking those profits into Bitcoin. Like keep it all, you know what I mean? Like because you're taking these like assets, right? It's like our Pokemon cards turning into the new gold. You know what I mean? Like let's
Yeah.
be real.
My thing is, I want to say it's a trend, it's a fad, but it's sort of been going on for like 10 or 20 years now, this Pokemon
Yeah,
stuff. So
crazy.
I know the last
Absolutely crazy.
5 years has been ridiculous. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't have time. I don't have the Wi-Fi for anything new. You know, I mean, I'm trying to quit things over here. Um, but yeah, Pokemon shoulda,
There you
woulda, coulda.
go. So you got so we have mining disrupt coming up here in a few weeks.
Yep.
What are you in a utopian world, what would you love to see there?
Oh, well, something new. Always
Okay.
something new would be nice. Mining Disrupt, they always have the cool shipping containers. So I
Okay,
always
yeah,
love
yeah.
seeing that. The more LED, liquid and
The
stuff like
better.
that, the
The better.
better. What's that one? Digital Shovel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They always bring a good show there. They hire some fill-ins, some good-looking fill-ins. I'd say
Good
that.
looking Phil.
But no, all right, let me stop screwing around. I would like to see probably some new solo miners.
Okay.
Um, I mean, I can't get so excited about Bitcoin miners right now. You
Mm,
know, with they're going to be overpriced and not that efficient. You know,
okay.
Doge. I'm excited to see
Mhm.
some Doge miners. Maybe we can see something new. What's the newest one on the horizon?
Well,
Um,
the one everyone's interested in is the Bitdeer Seal Miner
Bitdeer, yeah,
one, which has 25 gigahash. And I even checked in with my guy, Pang is his name. And he was at BTC Vegas. I had chatted with him previously before at a mining disrupt, and they're actually mining with them now. Like they're
yeah,
completely transparent. They're like, we're mining with them until the market flips, and then when the market goes up, we're gonna sell them.
yeah.
And people are upset, but like from a
That's
business
that's what
perspective,
everyone
you
does.
get it. But
Yeah,
from a business perspective, you get it. Think of it. Your cost to manufacture that product. It's a money printer, folks. So like the
yeah,
cost to manufacture that product is X. And if they sell it now, their profit margins are this big. But if they
yeah,
wait till the market goes up, their profit margins are that big.
yeah.
And then on top of that, it's not just a stagnant product that's sitting on a shelf. Like it's not like this magic 8 ball. It just sits on a shelf
Mhm.
and isn't earning anything. Wait, while they wait, they can go ahead and earn money with them. It is a smart business plan, kind of like what you alluded to previously about those that are, that are producing and selling the shovels are
Yeah,
making out the best.
yeah. Yeah, kids, so become an electrical engineer and learn how to make Bitcoin and Dogecoin miners, and you'll never have to work again. So there you go. Wish I
Yeah,
was that smart.
for mining disrupt, I'll be curious. I think going back to the containers, I think we'll see a lot of hydro containers there. Because like hydro is like
Yeah,
big in
hydro
demand right
thermal,
now.
yeah.
A lot
It's
of
the most
people moving in
efficient
that
way.
direction. Yeah, yeah. And I think outside of that, Bitmain will be there. So I'm curious to see. I posted this on X the other day about like, will we see an L11 and
Yeah,
where they like said they discontinued the L11s and they did like a quick little 1,000 unit batch. Now
yeah,
I'm hearing more and more that like they're now bringing them, they're kind of reproducing them. Will we see the L11s? I just love to see it. I haven't seen it before. Outside of that, I'm very curious on with the DL1 and all the talk about them. If with 25 gigahash, if Bitmain's going to make the L11 Pro and make it
mhm,
20 and make it 27 gigahash or 28 gigahash, or are they going to jump and go to your L15 or whatever? Like,
yeah,
mining disrupt's a great place to show it off.
yeah,
Would love to see that. We'll probably see the Z15 there with all the hype around that. At Bitcoin Vegas, I did see the S23 Hydro, which was like 550 terahash at 5,500 watts, which was crazy. But I didn't see the S23 air cooled. They didn't have it there, and it's like, wait, what do you mean? This is like this is supposed to be your flagship air cooled miner, and you don't
Yeah.
have this at BTC Vegas. Was wild to me. So
Probably doesn't exist.
yeah, I mean, there was a short run of them, I know, and then it just kind of came up
I
short.
mean, you got
So
to think,
yeah,
dude. I mean, how much
yep,
longer is air cooled going to be able to compete, man, and be
yeah,
slightly profitable? You know,
yep,
it's tough. It's tough. You got to
yeah,
slam in more chips,
yep,
and the
yep.
more chips, the more cooling, and the only way is, you know, water, immersion, or
Hmm.
whatever. But
Yeah, yeah,
um,
I'll be curious to see what else is there. I mean, I think we'll have some solo miners there. But
I
I'll
would
be
love
honest,
to see something just blow me away. You
something
know, I
different,
mean, I just,
entirely
you know,
different.
it's hard. I'll be honest with you. It's sort of hard to get excited when you're just seeing the same thing over and over again. It's like, I want to see a new company. I want to see someone change the design, like Proto. I think you've seen them in
That
Vegas,
was
right?
cool.
The
That was cool to see in
modular
Vegas.
ASICs,
Yeah.
like, let's do something different. I don't know. Paint them.
Proto was
Paint
cool.
them. I
Proto
don't
was
know. Do
really cool
something
to
different.
see. It was so funny chatting with their team though, because like uh they're in the industry but not in the industry. Like you
Yeah.
can tell very much so. And it was really cool to see. I actually chatted with them on like, hey, when are we going to start seeing these publicly
Mhm.
available? Like, and they didn't even know. And it was like, wait, like what are we doing here? Like you guys showed off this unit like like a year ago,
Yeah.
if not more,
There's probably
at
only
core
like 5 of them in existence.
at Core Scientific. They actually had a number of them running there.
Yeah.
But like who else is getting their hands on them? And then the hard part is like the original one isn't as efficient anymore. So like, do they have a different like new models coming out? And the
Mhm.
second thing I actually asked them was a smaller model, and they actually said they had developed a home miner version.
Oh. Oh.
And which is super cool because like, is
Yeah,
it a
that's
home miner
cool.
version that
Yeah.
has modular setups? So like you can upgrade the power supply, you can upgrade hash boards. Like that really piqued my interest more
Yeah.
because the full size proto at like 800 terahash at 12,000 watts.
Yeah.
You
It's not
know,
for everyone.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. But I mean, it competes. A hydro miner out there I was looking at was 860 terahash yesterday. I was
Mhm.
editing a video, 860 terahash at 11,600 watts. So it's very
Yeah.
close. And
Yeah,
you're
not
getting
bad.
that with air cooled.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely some options there.
Yeah. So yeah, I would love to see something new. Um, one thing I'm gonna love is hanging out with all my YouTube buddies.
Ah,
I
there you go.
so, you know, there's gonna be some trouble out there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, just want to get out there. I want to see what the vibe is like, especially with Bitcoin being where it is. One thing I
Mhm.
will say, I've been to a lot of these mining disrupts and other conferences, and no matter where the Bitcoin price is, it doesn't seem to ever affect the vibe. Like no one's really
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
that. You know, everyone's still
Yep.
completely positive. It's not an issue. Um,
I was seeing a comment in chat, so I'm actually making a note on it. One sec here. About immersion. So he had asked here, he says, in the vein of immersion being 240-volt friendly alternative to hydro miners, what are the limits of immersion? Has anyone experimented? So I have two immersion tanks, one of them being an L9 in there. So I want to put Vanish on it, and I want to see how far I can take it.
mm,
With its own circuit, pretty much where I'll get limited is the power supply.
yeah.
So I will not be limited on cooling, is my guess. And anybody in chat, feel free to drop your thoughts. But I think I'll be limited when it comes down to the power supply. I'll be able to take it as far as the power supply is available, and then I'll come up short. So I'll have to upgrade the power supply. But I think that still would be a lot of fun to have that option to see like how far can I take this. I actually did a video on Monday on the Nerd QX from Power Mining,
Yeah.
and that was really really cool. Actually, yesterday, and my
Limited on the
limitation,
firmware though, right?
yeah, the firmware limited me, so that was one downside. I found an avenue to overcome that, and so I have new firmware on it now. But now it's a power supply issue. You have to have
Mm,
constant 12-volt power, and even the power supply that I have isn't providing that. So I actually can take my HP 1200 watt like GPU power supplies, and I can put on this special type of breakout board that this guy has developed. I ordered one, and I'm going to hook it up, and then I'm going to be able to push it further. I was chatting with the developers behind it all, from the firmware and stuff like that. So I want to see how far I can push it. My limitation then will actually be the components on the NerdQX, and by that point, I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like, I'm not going to solder different components on
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
but I'll at least be able to see what a stock unit, how far you can push it just based off of an upgraded, a different power supply and different firmware. So that'll be really, really cool. So I'm
Dude,
definitely
push
looking
it
forward to
until
that.
it blows up.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's my
Okay,
goal.
all right,
My goal.
okay,
Like, yep.
okay.
That's kind of my goal. Because like for me, while it would be really cool to be like, look, I'm at, let's say 8 terahash, it's like, how far can I actually push it till I kill the unit?
Yeah.
And I get it. That may upset some people, but then other people are like, so cool to see the limits.
Yeah,
So I'm just gonna kind of see what happens and kind of go from
yeah.
there.
Man, maybe do one air cooled as well. Push the limits until it just explodes and catch on fire, man. That'll be a good YouTube right there.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. I'm actually gonna do the overclocking for the NerdQX plus plus live. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a live stream. I've been wanting to buy some Ubiquiti cameras to replace my cameras I have inside my sheds. So they're like wireless ones. So I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna remote into my PC that's there to bring up the web GUI for it. And then I'm gonna take a camera and put it on the watt meter and a camera looking down into the immersion tank,
Mhm.
and do a live stream, and I
Yeah.
can bring those up on stream to see like where we're at and see the only and what I might have to do. Ooh, what I might have to do now I think about it is the plug. I might have to put a wireless smart plug. So if I
Mm,
have to power cycle everything, I can do that while I'm live. Like I can
yeah,
go on my phone and turn it off and on just because I might have to, right? Like I might have to be
yeah.
like, dude, I got, or it might spark a fire and I might literally have to turn it off, like the electrical, or like, so those are things I'm going to look at. But yeah, that's something I should really be there, but I can't really live stream it. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
hard to live stream it from there, but I think that'll be a lot of fun to kind of see how far you can push these things, especially live. I think that'll be pretty cool.
One quick plug,
Yeah,
since we're
yeah.
talking about the NerdQX, I'm giving one away. I think it's the
Oh,
same
nice.
one you're trying to overclock,
Okay.
the
Yeah,
6
yeah.
terahash one. So I've got a Gleam giveaway. You can find
You
it in
have
one
the
of my
link?
last videos or on my Twitter.
I'll look on
But
your Twitter now. I
yeah,
can
we're
post it in
giving
the
one
chat
away. I
here.
think it's got like 3 weeks left. I'm gonna give it away right before mining disrupt.
Okay. Let me look here. I'm jumping on your Twitter now. I found it here. I'll put it in chat for those that are interested in getting in on it. That'll be cool. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, so I think something else I was thinking about going back to like Bitcoin and Bitcoin's price is like um I always tell people to take a, you know, buy buy when it's low, right? But like there's no magic number. That's the hard part. Like if you see like when I saw Bitcoin dip to like 80 or 79 actually, I was like, "Oh, I'm going to buy some." And then another time when it was like to 69, I bought some. And so like there's no magic number. So for
Yeah,
those of you guys at home that are like, "Okay, but when do I buy?" It's like when you see it low, and
yeah,
it's a DCA process. So if you're like, "Okay, I got $1,000, when do I want to buy?" It's like just buy on the way down,
yeah,
right? Like that's because guess what? When it starts to go back up, you're gonna go, "Oh crap, I forgot," like, or I
yeah.
didn't get it, or I should have gotten it. So for me, like as a miner, I'm DCAing into it every single day.
That's the thing
Um,
about mining. It's a
yep,
thoughtless way. It's the easiest way to
hmm,
dollar cost average, and
yeah,
that's why I'm looking into hosting in the future,
yeah, yep.
just to make it worth it, and to gain a little bit of Bitcoin every day.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's kind of where my mind's at with it. I mean, even for me, like I'm only earning 5% of my entire Bitcoin payout every single day in Bitcoin. It's very
Mhm.
small
Yeah.
because it's like, hey, I am pleased where my Bitcoin holdings are. It could always be
Mhm.
more, right? But I need
Yep.
to be smart from a business perspective. And it's like I'm only taking a little bit every day and DCAing into Bitcoin. I'm
Mhm.
not going through an exchange. I'm not doing any of that. It's just right to my cold storage wallet. And then the rest of it is like USDC,
Yeah.
to help pay for electric bills, to pay for, and then like my other is for miners and buying more. So yeah, it works out really, really well. And it's interesting because it's a strategy I wish I did sooner.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I went that route sooner, but I was like greedy. I was like, I want more Bitcoin. And I get it. We all want more Bitcoin, but it is not a race. And I think that's the
No.
hard part with people.
No, and you got to be very, very patient. But yeah, I'm sort of in the same boat. I've stacked for years.
Yep.
Of course I would love more, 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 but I'm sort of good. And
Yeah.
when it goes down, I buy a little bit here and there when I can. And when it's really down, I try and buy a little bit more. But that's about
Yeah.
all you can do. Just
Yep.
dollar cost average, and chill out. Don't freak
Yeah.
out. Um, Bitcoin's not going to $1 million tomorrow. So, you got to be patient, man. It's a
Yeah.
long game with
Yep.
Bitcoin. Um,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
then again,
Yep.
it can also go to zero. So remember, none of this is financial advice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, no, definitely. I
Yeah.
can
What if
understand that.
Satoshi is Trump?
Maybe.
I'm not even
You're such
saying
a
the other
troll.
names.
You're such a troll. You're such a troll. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about the fact of like I think Bitcoin is the easy one to manage regarding like, okay, I'm going to hold on to it. I'm
Yeah.
using like for me, like I'm using Bitcoin as a store of value long
Yeah.
term, like an investment, like a 401k, like an IRA.
Hmm.
I think where like I see people mess up in our industry is they will accumulate Bitcoin and then spend it. Like, I'm gonna earn Bitcoin. Like, okay, great, I
Yeah.
got Bitcoin, I got some
Yeah.
Bitcoin, and now I'm gonna spend it on this solo miner, or I'm gonna spend it on another Bitcoin miner. And I'm like, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
You don't lose your
Like
Bitcoin, man.
Bitcoin is not
Yeah.
to me, Bitcoin is not a substitute for money. It is a long-term value. And I get it. It was originally designed to be, but we've
Yeah.
learned very quickly it is a store of value. And it's smarter to hold on to it. And so that's really where it's like, oh, like it I get it. We all make mistakes. I mean, I've spent my Bitcoin in the past. I'm not
Yeah.
perfect. It's been, I've been in the industry for 6 years now, and I totally have made more mistakes than most of my viewers right now. Like, I'm
Mhm.
gonna be honest with you. So I get it. But now that I am where I am now, I'm just like, how do I educate people and continue to educate them on like, don't make my mistakes.
Yeah.
Like, don't like, here's how you can learn from it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a long game. You gotta be patient,
Yep.
and never sell all your Bitcoin, man. Never sell all
Yeah.
your Bitcoin. I mean, I took profits this past year, but maybe like 1%, you know? Um, and it's good to always have that bag in case there is an emergency. I had a friend that I got into
Hmm.
Bitcoin like 7 or 8 years ago, and he was just spending a couple bucks here and there. And then when it went up to 60K or whatever it was at the time, he was like, "Man, Will, that really came in clutch because my car
Yeah.
broke down. I needed a
Sure.
new
Sure.
car, and man, that sort of Bitcoin like saved my life, you know."
Yep.
And I was just, I was just
Well,
like,
I
"Man,
love what Joker Miner talks about in chat. He says, Caspa, Bitcoin, and Dogecoin sold in 2024 to pay off my house. That is an amazing use of that, though.
yeah,
Like, it is a difference, but I would say for me, the fine line is the house versus like buying a car. I would say, okay, no, 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 no. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't take that and buy or pay off a car. But I would do it with a house. I think it's
yeah."
a great avenue to
Well,
go. And I think that's smart.
my friend was a cab driver, so he needed
Oh,
the
okay.
vehicle for his job.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
he
in
didn't
that
go
case,
buy a Escalade.
yeah,
Yeah.
in that case though, it's tough. Like for me, like I will be entirely transparent and
Yeah.
honest. Bitcoin is an easy one to like lock in my mind now as a store of value. But when I look at other tokens like Caspa and Dogecoin that he brought up, those are tough. It's tough to know like when to sell them. I'm not buying any more of it. I'm not even accumulating any more
Yeah.
Dogecoin or any more Caspa. And it's tough to know when, right? Because
Yeah.
like, yeah, yeah. Here, once again, break out my magic 8 ball. I should have sold my Caspa at that like 20 or 24 cents,
Oh,
whatever.
Caspa,
But
Caspa,
you don't
Caspa.
know
Hey,
what you
look,
don't know.
I sold my Caspa early, everything, and then bought
Yep.
back, and then bought back.
Yeah. Yeah,
Never sell all your
I
bags,
still hold
bro.
my Caspa. I did sell a little bit a while back. and now, but I still hold a lot of it, like a lot of it.
Yeah.
And I was mining it with GPUs. I had some FPGAs.
Yeah.
Had plenty of Caspa miners.
It was nice
Guys like
to get in
Caspa
early.
Caspa miners. I want to be entirely transparent. This is perfect for my audience on talking about asset and asset value and miner value. I sold 3 recently KS5 Pros.
Yeah.
Okay. 3. You want to know what the price of, take a guess on what the price of these were brand new. Just take a guess. When these came out and Casper was
5K. 5K.
$12,000.
Let
Take a
me
guess
guess
at
what you
what.
sold them.
Yeah, please take a
50
guess.
bucks each.
$150.
Oh, that's good.
You want to count your L's, people? You want to see mistakes? You don't know what you don't know. $12,000 is what these were originally. And but we have to like do a timeout there. But they were profitable at that moment. Like at that moment, they were doing great. Did I make back my money? No. Like this is not going to be, people should hopefully understand this is not a channel where like I can tell you everything to do perfectly. I will make mistakes, and I'm very open on like mistakes were made.
Yeah.
Here's what happened, and in that regard. So like that is definitely a tough pill to swallow, and that's why a lot of people won't even play with altcoin miners. Because of that loss,
If we want to value for value, me buying, altcoin miners, buying altcoins, gambling, doing everything but Bitcoin, I have lost probably in value more than what I hold in Bitcoin. My Bitcoin stack could be double right now or more. Enough to where I wouldn't have to do YouTube if I wasn't screwing around, gambling. Basically gambling out there, So hopefully I've learned my lesson, and
Joker RONC in chat says, thanks for the lucky video. I signed up for a month, entered the contest for today. The contest is their power events, they call them. And you get like when you buy miners, you get like a ticket for them. And he hit a BCH block today with that. So awesome.
Yeah, nice.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Something I'm going to be doing in the future. I've been talking to them after I did the video and it had great success. Is we're going to be hosting the Hobbyist Power Hour. So it's going to be beers and it's going to be 1 hour. It's going to be an event that they're hosting on the channel. I'm going to be giving away a whole bunch of these lucky hash rate miners. So that's something we're going to be planning in the future. Looking forward to it. But that's awesome.
Cool.
Awesome. BCH, man. I remember when I had a BCH block, it was like 13 or 1400. And that was nice. That was a nice little win right there.
Yeah. Have you mined a Doge block yet? A solo Doge block ever?
No, nothing with Doge yet at all. That would be absolutely awesome. For 10,000, I would hold that Doge. I would not sell it. I would for 10,000 Doge. I would just hold it, and then when Doge starts to pump, I'd sell a little bit on the way back up.
But no guarantees it's gonna pump, man. No guarantees out here. No guarantees.
Yeah, welcome Second TL. Thanks for coming to hang out, man. Do appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, I mean, I think it's been very interesting. I would say over the last year, we've had a lot of interest in solo mining hash rate platforms. NiceHash has theirs with easy mining. Brains has theirs with Brains hash rate, which is cool. And each one's a little bit different. You have your team avenue with NiceHash. They have the team option. With easy mining, which is great. You can use your Bitcoin. You can do for a few hours. Brains has come in a very basic manner and done. You could buy hash rate, massive burst of hash rate too with them. A lot of it for like 2 hours, very short time period and done. And then Lucky has come out and said, okay, we're going to give you low hash rate, but for a week, a month, or a year. They do that burst mechanic that I talked about, where sometimes you're at 50, 100, 200 terahash, but other times you're back down at the norm, or sometimes your miner is off. Like it really varies, but at the end of the year, you end up at that amount. So it's really cool to see different like solo mining mechanics coming out. It's just nice to have options.
It is. I mean, we're at the point to where everyone should have at least one solo miner, but you really don't have to. You really don't have to. You could just buy a hash rate. but
Yeah.
just to support the network and to tell everyone you're a real Bitcoin miner, everyone should at least have a BitAxe or something.
I see more people doing it that are home solo miners now. Like they have a few miners at home, small ones, and they
Yeah.
want more hash rate. They
Yeah.
want more miners, but they can't afford to go spend five, six, several $100s. And then they're
Hmm.
like, okay, I'll spend $29.99 for the month.
Yeah.
That's where I see a lot of people doing it. And it's worked out well for them in that regard. And that's where I think it's at. I think people don't have the disposable income
Hmm.
right now, especially with the way the economy is, the market. We talked about that at the
Yeah.
top of this: gold, silver, Bitcoin, S&P 500. And so, but they can afford, like, hey, I'm not going to go to McDonald's for a fat burger and fries, but I'll spend it on, some
Yeah.
hash rate for the month,
Yeah.
is where I see people going with it.
Yeah. Yeah, good to see new stuff coming out.
Hmm.
I've always been impressed with Nice Hash and what they got
Hmm.
going on, and then Brains, and like you said, with the burst mining and stuff like that.
Yep.
So it's good in this market. We still have some things to look at, to talk about, to try. Uh,
Yeah,
oh,
definitely.
one more
Definitely.
thing. Totally failed at solar mining, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Just not enough sun. Not enough sun.
Got it.
I can only
Got
run a
it.
solo miner for a few hours, not enough to even
Yep.
charge the battery. So
Well, I got
there
two
was
things on
that.
that.
Solar
First
mining's
one
a
I'll
tough
say,
one, bro. Solar mining's a tough
yeah,
one.
first one I'll say is thanks to Ranch Hand for gifting a membership. So
Oh
thank you
yeah.
very much for gifting
Oh yeah.
Dizzy
Thank
Off
you.
Grid. Congrats for being a member. If you guys are like, what does even a member mean? Two things. First off, you get a weekly video on Sundays that is just for members, and a lot of behind the scenes type of stuff. And then the second one is you get access to a private Discord channel in my Discord as a member. So go over, if you're interested, feel free to pick up a member. But now, Dizzy, that you're a member, you can go back and watch the previous members' videos, which is great. The second thing was on the solar side, I have on my schedule that I want to build an outdoor solo miner. So I'm going to buy a plastic enclosure. I'm going to buy a solar panel. I have a lot of research to do. And
Yeah.
if those of you guys that are super into this, please reach out. I want to take a pole and put it on the side of one of my sheds, like a J hook pole,
Hmm.
put a solar panel on it, find out like what I need, what should I
Yeah.
get, wire it into the enclosure.
A little battery.
In the enclosure, I'm going to need to cut in some fans to blow air in and fans to blow air out of that enclosure, because it's going to be directly in sun. And I want to put a inverter, a small little inverter in there. I just need to convert it into the battery, and then I believe it's out of the battery and then into the inverter actually, and then into a BitAxe in
Mm,
that thing. And I want to do
yeah.
all of that inside there and see if I can get enough sun to charge it enough to let it run not only just during the day, but also at night, or what that looks like. But I want to come up with that is my goal.
Yeah.
I have a video, it's scheduled to build this,
Yeah.
and then give people a list if they want to reproduce it and do the exact same thing. And this is totally for fun. This
Hmm.
is totally for fun. But I'm looking forward to that.
It would be cool to have, like, one of the boxes mounted on the back of your house, and then
Yeah.
you can just, a little like green box or
Yep.
whatever, like a little
Yep.
electrical box, and then just run your pole. You can run your solar panel on top of
Yeah.
your shed or something, and it
Yep.
just all comes down probably to your battery capacity.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna do it all close together. So, like,
yeah, everything.
I wanna have the solar panel, everything on a J hook,
Hmm.
and underneath the solar panel, I wanna find almost like a little awning that
Yeah,
can attach to the hook, so that
yeah,
the awning will go over top of the box just to help out with direct
shade it. Hmm.
weather on it and give it a little bit of shade to help. And so, yeah, I wanna build the whole thing and then just do a video on it. I
Yeah,
think that would be a ton of fun.
I've seen on X some units like that. They like guerrilla solo
Yeah.
mining units that they just put in the desert and stuff, and
Yeah.
have it on like a 5G or a
Yep.
Wi-Fi
Yeah, it'll run
box
off
or something.
wireless because 'cause it'll be
Yeah,
close to my sheds. And like Ranch Hand says, and I don't know what I don't know. He says like, "Hey, it won't run 24/7." Okay, fine. Like if I can't
yeah,
accomplish that with one solar panel, like that's fine. It'll still run when it runs, and it's
yeah,
still solo mining in some capacity.
yeah.
And I still think that'll be really cool. I think there'll be a lot of interest around it. And
Hmm.
like then I'll just give people a list of like, here's all the components I used, here's how I did it. feel free to go over. I personally think that type of stuff is fun, and it's not like buku bucks. You know what I mean?
Well, even if you don't use a bid axe, they have those like 1 watt, a couple hundred
Yeah,
kilohertz
I
gold
feel like I
nuggets and
have
stuff.
to. I
You need
feel
at
like
least
I
1
have to
terahash.
do exactly.
Yeah,
I feel
okay.
like I have to go that route
Yeah.
of like a 1 terahash solo Bitcoin miner, like all self-sufficient. And if I really
Mhm.
wanted to take it crazy, I could even look at like little 5G modem that I could put in there, but I
Yeah,
know that's increasing my costs and everything. So I'm like,
yeah.
okay, we're just gonna run it off a wireless for now.
Increasing the
But I
heat,
think that yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and I also have to think about, like, the airflow through that box, like, it's got to, stay out of the elements, and it could fail. It could rain and go sideways and go through, like, I really don't know what it's gonna do, but I think it'll be a fun, like, little series for my channel
Yeah.
of, like, going through and doing it all and checking in on it and how's it
Mhm.
running and all that types of stuff.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. Yeah, sounds like
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. I
I'm
have
just
I have
thinking, I was
another
like,
one.
maybe
Yeah,
Ethernet, but then at the same time, you want it to be just
yeah.
self-contained and stuff, but
Yeah. Yeah, that's kinda that's my goal. Like, it is the sheer factor of keeping it all contained, all in
yeah.
one. It's not necessarily like, "Oh, well, why don't you just run the solar panel into your shed and then have the miner in there?"
Mhm.
That's easy. Like, that's
Yeah.
easy. I
It's
don't
too
wanna
easy,
do
yeah.
that. I want it to be hard. I want it to be challenging, and I think having it entirely independent, because then it allows people to not be like, "Oh, well, I don't have a shed. I can't put it in there." It's like, nope,
Yeah.
like it's all on its own. You just gotta have a spot to put like a J hook or something.
Yeah. That's it. You just
Should be
need a little
fun.
bit of sun.
Yeah, yeah. And like, well, so we'll see. We'll see how it does and like how's it behave after a snowstorm? Like it's out,
Mhm.
because there's no, the solar panels covered. Okay, great. What does that look like? Does it
Yeah.
come back online on its own? Like what it'll all be really fun things to do so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I would just think, a big enough, solar panel and a big enough battery, you should be okay, man. Just off a
Yeah.
35-watt bit axe?
Oh, not even. They're like
Yeah.
15. Like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like they're like they're like really, really
That'll be
low.
fun to
So
see.
yeah, that's something that I'm thinking about. I'm like, okay, how could this look? What could this look like? And that's kind of where my head's at. So I think it'll be fun. These are the types of things, I'll be honest, that like I love doing. Like it
Yeah.
goes along with like my shed build and stuff like that. But the hard part is the shed stuff is like not everyone can do it. It's significantly more expensive
Yeah.
versus like this. This is like, hey, can I do what kind of price can I put on this? Can I do everything for 250? Like how much can I spend? Like a bid axe is like, you know, 50, $55 now, $60 now. Like,
Mhm.
what is that panel? What's the J hook? What's the enclosure?
Yeah.
What size battery? It's all of those things. So it'll be a lot of fun along the way, which would be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Cool little experiment.
I like it. The day miner. There we go.
The day miner.
That is a great, and I get it. There's people out there that are like, I've seen the one guy Nico who's built this 3D thing with like it looks like wings on the side and it rotates with the sun and
Oh, yeah.
it's like super bad. I am not
Yeah.
there, guys.
Yeah,
I
too
am
much.
like that's not what I'm looking to
Yeah.
do. Like that is optimal. That is optimal for sure. But yeah, that's a great idea, Avril, for that. Avril's from Altair Tech. Welcome. And Dizzy Miner, I like it too. The Sun Demon. But I do like Day Miner. I think that's good.
Yeah. Yeah,
If I can't get it to charge the battery enough, like just based off of it, it's like I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm not in Arizona. So the day miner might be appropriate, 100%.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
might be
perfect.
appropriate.
Yeah, if it's not gonna mine all night. Hmm.
Something I thought about that you guys had me thinking about is there a way to say the miner only turns on at certain hours? So like, so for a great example,
You can write a script.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
But there's probably some firmware. Like, is there some type of firmware I can put on it that like keeps it online when it's plugged in, but it's at 1 watt, right? And then it only powers on between these hours
Yeah.
versus so that it has some time in the morning to get some sun. You know what I mean? Like trying to bank that energy in the
Well,
battery. So yeah,
that's the issue with solar mining is having like things turn on in steps, after the sun is out to capacity and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah.
There's a guy, I think there's a solar Bitcoin miner out there that's doing it the right way. I don't know if you
Or okay, here's the thought. Here's the thought. The BitAxe, does it end up plugging into a smart plug, which then you can schedule, and the smart plug's wireless too. So the smart plug only turns on at certain times. Now, how many watts does the smart plug use? If it's like 1 watt, it's a win-win, right? And then you have that wire in. And so that's where my mind's going of like,
seems
hey,
like an easy way. Yeah.
Let's make this easy. Like
Easy
if
route.
anyone wants to reproduce this, I think that would be cool. So that's where my mind goes of like, all
'Cause
right,
you
I get
can
a
just put
smart
the
plug.
smart plug on a timer, right?
Yep. On the app, on the smart plugs, you can go in, think of your Christmas lights.
Yeah.
It only activates during now I got to look to see like how many watts is the smart plug using? Because I would use, let's look here.
But then you need to write, you need to get Claude, write some script to tell if there's overcast to not turn it on.
Oh, there you go.
You need something to say that if the panel's not being fully charged, not to turn it on like
a Gobi smart plug consumes typically 1 to 2 watts when idle or in standby mode.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah,
perfect. So now we got to get so that'll be fun. That'll be fun for sure. So I think that's going to be good. Well, listen, guys, we're going to wrap things up there. This was a lot of fun. If you guys caught this late and you're like, hey, I want to listen in on the VOD will be available out there on YouTube, but it's also going to be on the podcast. A lot of these videos that I do with live guests, I've been putting over on the podcast. If you guys are like, wait, there's a podcast? Yes, there is. ! Podcast in chat. You can find it on my website, thehobbyistminer.io. It's called The Everyday Miner. It does have podcast focus, but it does have a lot of the content that is just straight talking head that you can listen to at the gym, on the way to work, on your commute, when you're working on miners. So go find it. Go check it out, which will be cool. Tech Hustler, for people that are brand new to you, where can they find more of your content?
Tech Hustler. Tech Hustler on YouTube. Tech Hustler on X. Hey, and I got this TikTok that's sort of blowing up. It's a bit local, but Will finds a way over there. So just hit 10,000. Show some love on TikTok.
I like it. That'd be
cool. Yeah, branching out a little bit, man. You know, I'm not just a crypto YouTuber. I'm a social media influencer,
connoisseur, social media,
something like that. Something like that. I'm just trying to make it, man. I'm trying to find the least amount of work for the highest amount of pay. Okay.
We are all doing that, trying to do that. Well, perfect, guys. Well, thank you guys for coming to hang out with us today. Once again, there will not be a live stream on Tuesday at 12:30 like normal. The next live stream will be on Thursday of next week. So I will see you guys then. Have a good one. Take care.